Hello everyone. In today's quick revision part, I will discuss about enantiomer, diastereomer, identical. How to find these relationships if two molecules are given, or whether the given molecules are stereoisomers or not. Then we go for structural isomers, right? To solve this part, what is required? That you should be quite comfortable with RS configuration. It is a revision part, so I am not going into details of RS configuration or CIP rules. It is for those students who know the rules and who are able to find out RS configuration for Fisher, for wedge dash configuration, right? So you can try these examples. I'll tell you quickly that whenever two molecules are given and they have same arrangement of groups, that is they are stereoisomers, then if one is R and other is exactly opposite, that is S, then they are enantiomers. That means for each chiral center, if opposite configuration is there, they are enantiomers. Second, for at least one chiral center, if there are two or more than two chiral centers, for at least one chiral center, if there is same configuration. Suppose RR is the configuration, other is RS or SR, at least for one chiral center, they have same configuration, they are diastereomers. I am telling about in terms of RS. Otherwise, you know that two compounds which are mirror image of each other, non-superimposable, they are enantiomers. This part also we use while solving the examples. Another is for diastereomer, stereoisomers which are not mirror image of each other, they are diastereomers. So it all depends how four options are given. Again, everything revolves around that how four options are given. Sometimes you do not require any RS configuration finding out. Simply by seeing the structure you can get the answer. Sometimes it is very good to write RS configuration because it will give you exact answer, right? So to solve these examples, we will use the point for each chiral center if opposite configuration enantiomer. For each chiral center, another molecule has another same configuration, they are identical compounds. And for at least one chiral center, if same configuration, for at least one, I am saying if there are two or more chiral centers present, and for at least one center same configuration is there, they are diastereomers. We will use this point in these examples. Okay, you can try these examples. In example number 5th, three molecules are given. You have to find relationship between first and second and first and third. Try till 8th, then I will discuss. You can pause this video, then I am writing the answers directly. Now starting with the first one. First example is they both are enantiomers with respect to each other, right? I have written enantiomer, you can check your answer. Second one is identical, you can mention same or you can also mention identical, right? Identical. Third one enantiomer. Fourth, they are identical. In fifth, first and second are enantiomers. First and third are identical. First and third are identical. Sixth, they are not stereo, they are structural isomers, or we can say constitutional isomers. So here I am mentioning it structural, you can mention constitutional or constitutional. Seventh, these two are enantiomers with respect to each other. Eighth, they are diastereomers with respect to each other. Now starting with the first one, I hope you have checked your answers. In the first one, they both have same arrangement of atoms, they are stereoisomers. Now one way I told you, when one way is if one is R, other is exactly opposite, that means they are enantiomers. Condition is they are stereoisomers, and then we check if they have exactly opposite configuration. So here you can see one is S. By writing the priority order, we can see we are first, then second, third and fourth. Now lowest priority group, I am not telling you the different ways, you remember whatever method you use. I am writing the configuration is S. 1, 2, 3, it is going opposite direction. Next one, it is 1, 2, 3 and 4. Lowest priority group already on the vertical, so it is 1, 2, 3 R. Same molecular formula, same structural. Only difference is one is S, other is R. They are enantiomers with respect to each other, right? Another way is in exam, if that is given, you can find by that way also, or easiest way is If such example is there, what we can see? We can see that Br and H position is same in both. Only difference is Cl there, F there, and here Cl above, F below. That means one exchange is done. And if you remember in Fisher projection, when we say 90-degree rotation or odd exchanges are not allowed. Odd exchange means exactly opposite configuration. That's why I said when we solve these examples, we use all the points of optical isomerism, CIP rules, and what are the exchanges are allowed. So this point I directly use. That is the motive of this quick revision. We will use these points from optical. You can go through optical video, or you can go through your notes also, where optical isomerism RS configuration is covered. In the video part also, optical isomerism, precisely I have given examples of RS configuration around 17th minute, around 17th or 19th minute. In the video section you can see optical isomerism, separate video is there. Okay, so in this part I will suggest that better is, rather finding SR, you see that example that here F and Cl position is changed. That means odd exchange, and definitely if one is R, other will become S, because even exchanges are allowed, not odd exchanges. Okay, these are the two ways I told you that, but it depends on the what type of example is given. Second one, they are same molecules, they are identical, they are same molecules. How to find out? Again you can do the same part. RS you can find, one is R, other is also R. That means they have same configuration. Other methods you can also use there. Third, they are enantiomers with respect to each other. Now for this part, what we can do, we can find out RS. This is wedge dash. In wedge dash, if you remember the point, again it is depending on you which method you followed. What I am saying is lowest priority group should be on dash position. If it is there, no need to change the configuration. So here I am giving the priority as per CIP rules. Oxygen, this will be O, getting first number. Then ethyl 2, 3 for methyl, 4th for H, 1, 2, 3, it is S configuration. Here 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 R configuration, same molecular formula, same structure. With respect to one chiral center, one is S, other is R. If they are opposite, that means they are enantiomers. If they are same, that means they are identical. But in one chiral center, molecule which is containing only one chiral center and no other stereo center is there, only one chiral center is there, then we cannot use the term diastereomer. If other stereo centers are there, like geometrical are there, we have to check. Otherwise, if one chiral center is there, like in the above two examples, only two possibilities can arise. Either they are enantiomer or they are identical. For diastereomers, at least two chiral centers are required if you talk about optical. That's why it depends on the example. I'll explain you these examples and you can try them in from your module also, from your other material also you can try other examples. Now question number 4th is, they are same molecule, they are identical. These two compounds are identical. One way is we find for every chiral center RS configuration and then check with the other molecule. If they have same configuration with respect to that chiral center, that means they are identical. Other way is with two chiral centers we can check that. In Fisher we can see here Br there, Cl there. In the below chiral carbon, Br and H. Whereas in the other molecule on the above chiral carbon, Br and H. That means we try to rotate the molecule within the plane of the board. We cannot flip the molecule. It is not allowed in Fisher that we rotate the molecule by flipping. Only in the plane of the paper or board we rotate it by 180 degree. Then it will not change its configuration. So one way I told you, that is RS. By RS you can easily find out. Other way here is by seeing the molecule, if you rotate it exactly by 180 degree in the plane of the board, this CH3 goes there. That means this carbon goes above and you get the exactly this molecule in which form? Now you can see that part. If you rotate that molecule exactly 180 degree in the plane of the paper or board, this carbon goes above here. The group which is connected to with this carbon Br, it goes like that side. H will go on that side. In short, it is visualization that when we rotate it, which groups will go, right? So we can cross check also that if I try to find out by RS, here the above chiral center is this one. We can mark it as first priority group as per CIP. Carbon, carbon, then Br. This becomes second. This becomes third. Okay. Now, 1, 2, 3 R. But lowest priority is not on the vertical. So it becomes S configuration. Whatever method you use that method. Answer will remain same. It won't change. Okay. Then for lower chiral center here, first is Br. Okay. 1. Above will be 2, above group will be 2, it is third, and this is fourth. Now rotation is 1, 2, 3, it is opposite anti-clockwise S, it becomes R. Now this center we cannot compare with this one. Why? Because there Cl and H is there, and here Br and H. We compare this center with that one. 1, this complete group, second, third, and fourth. 1, 2, 3. It is coming S, opposite R. Okay. Next. For next one, it is Cl1. This complete group 2 again. This is 3. I am using CIP rules. That's why I said when we solve it, we use the theoretical points. So you should remember these CIP rules. And then it is 4. 1, 2, 3. That is clockwise. It becomes S. Now it is confirmed that these are stereoisomers. Firstly, same connectivity of the groups. This center matches with this one. Same groups are connected here, just like here. It is R, it is R. Same. It is S, it is S. That means for each optical center, chiral center, you are getting same configuration. RS, RS, same configuration, they are identical. So one way is this. Other way, if you do practice, you understand. For such type of examples, merely by rotating in the plane of the board, you get this molecule which is identical to this one, right? Then next, fifth one, you can try fifth one also. In fifth, by RS configuration also you can check, or here first and second. First and second, they are enantiomers. You can even see by the that one which is same stereo centers. These are chiral centers BRH CH3. First and second, they are exactly mirror image of each other, but non-superimposable. So by RS also you will get, or by normally considering that definition of enantiomer, these two molecules, they are mirror image but non-superimposable. So they are enantiomers. So by this way, in this example, by simply considering mirror image part, you are getting the answer and it will save your time. So it all depends how the options are given in exam. Then third one. Now in third one, first and third, they are identical or same. So what we can do here, we can rotate it in the plane of paper so that above carbon contains Br and H will be looking like the same. And then we can check. So I am writing the answer, you can try this example. First and third identical, first and second they are enantiomers. Now in sixth one, in this case chiral center is given H, Br, CH3 and methyl. In this case it is not chiral center. Why? Because two hydrogens are given. Br is connected to CH2. Here Br is connected to carbon which is CH3 and CH3 separately. Now in this case, even if Fischer is given, we will not get confused. Why? Because they are not even stereoisomers. Their connectivity is different. So they are structural, or another term is constitutional isomers, right? In next example, in this case again we can use which part? Firstly, we can use RS also to find the relationship between these two, or easy way is these two molecules, they are mirror image of each other. Here Cl above the plane, Cl above the plane, Cl below the plane, Cl below the plane. They are non-superimposable. That means they are what? They are enantiomers with respect to each other. You can cross check that by finding out RS configuration. If it is coming R, then this will have to be S, right? Eighth example, if you find it by RS configuration. Firstly, eighth example is they are diastereomers. So here firstly we know that this is cis form. This is alkene, alkene. It is geometrical center here. It is optical center, geometrical center. It is cis, it is trans. And now we know that cis and trans, they are diastereomers. They are termed as cis and trans diastereomers. So here whether we get R or S, it won't matter because cis and trans are there within the molecule. Still we can find out RS for them. That one is this one, 1, then this will be 2, this is 3, and this is 4. Now whatever method you use, you find it by that way in wedge dash. I am writing one method which is lowest priority should be on dash, so we'll put it 4 here, 3 there, then you can check 1, 2, 3 R, then it will become S. Here then we can use BR first, second, third and fourth. Again we'll put here, this is third, it is coming S, it is R. Now with respect to chiral center, we are getting 1S, 1R, but here double bond is also stereo center, and this is cis, this is trans. Cis, trans, they are diastereomers. If it is S cis, it is R cis, then we use the term enantiomer. Are you getting? If this is also cis, it is also cis, then S cis and R cis becomes enantiomer. But here cis trans are given, so example number 8, these molecules are diastereomers with respect to each other. Now next is we'll convert Fischer projection to Sawhorst projection and then to Newman projection. We can also convert directly from Fischer to Newman. Now starting with the first journal example, this is Fischer projection. These two carbons, they are chiral centers. 3 different groups are there, B, A, C, and this is bulky group. This is a different group, total 4 different groups. Below carbon also 3 different groups, X, Y, Z, and another group is complete that one. 4 overall different groups on each chiral carbon. Now when we convert Fischer into this, there are different methods maybe you have done, so you maintain that part, you remember that method, you solve by that way. What I am trying is we can do it in another way, which is I am explaining here. Now this chiral center, which is lower chiral carbon, when we write it in Sawhorst projection, this lower chiral carbon will be in the front. It is one method, and this is where what this carbon is front, and above carbon will be rear carbon or back carbon, front carbon, back carbon. Now Fischer projection, in Fischer projection you can easily see in front of group A, Y is there, C exactly Z is there, B exactly X. And if you remember Fischer projection, vertical line groups, they are below the plane away from the observer, horizontal groups, they are above the plane, that means towards the observer. So here A and Y, they are exactly in front of each other, Z, C, B, X, they are exactly in front of each other. That means Fischer projection simply is eclipsed form of Newman or eclipsed form of Sawhorst, where each group is in front of each other. So here front carbon, it is lower carbon here in the Fischer projection. This carbon, Y is there, right side Z, left side X, you can see that part. Back carbon, in front of Y exactly A, in front of Y exactly A. Right side Z and C, right side here also C, left side B. So that is the correct representation of this type of Fischer projection. It is Sawhorst projection. Then this Sawhorst we can also convert it into Newman. This is front carbon. So here this is front carbon. At Y, right side Z, left side X. Y, right side Z, left side X. Exactly on the back carbon eclipse form, A is in front of Y, C in front of Z, X in front of B. This is Newman projection. In which projection it is? In Newman it is in which form? It is in eclipsed form. So for this molecule, this is its Sawhorst projection, this is its Newman projection. In Newman eclipsed, in Sawhorst it is eclipsed. Now we can fix the back carbon, rotate the front carbon so that Y exactly come upwards and it becomes the staggered form. Exactly you rotate Y here, Z exactly opposite. Exactly 180 degree we are rotating like this, Y above and Z opposite, and X here left, there it will be right. Back carbon fixed. This is which form? It is in Sawhorst, it is staggered form, in which, if you remember, we have done the bond angles around 60 degrees there. So we can write it in Newman also. Front carbon above Y, left side Z, right side X. Front carbon above Y, left side Z, right side X. Back carbon fixed, right side C, left side B, right side C, B and A. So this is the way we can write the Fisher into Newman, or we can convert Newman into Fisher. If Newman is given, then we know front carbon will be lower chiral carbon in the Fisher, and back carbon will be top carbon in Fisher. But remember, it is in which representation? Y representation. We make the Newman into Y form. Similarly, here also we convert it into Y form. Are you getting? It is just like Y representation in that form. In the Y form, front carbon is lower chiral carbon in Fisher. If you exactly take the opposite like this type of structure, like this one, this type of structure you take, in that case, like this one, in that case the front carbon will be top one. That's why I am saying, do not get confused. Whatever method you use that method. By that we also will get the same answer. Here I am explaining in terms of converting it into Y form, like this one, here also this one. Then after getting eclipsed, we can rotate front carbon and we form staggered form. Now by going through that one, solve these two examples. Convert it into correct Fisher projection by going through Sawhorst, or you can directly convert it into Fisher projection. Write the structure of Fisher for this molecule. Second one is, for this Newman, convert it into Fisher and find out what is the configuration of chiral centers. For second one, you have to find configuration of chiral centers also, like what is, if second carbon is R or S, third carbon is R or S. Okay, try these two examples. Now here, example I have given to you, this one, converting it into which projection? Finally Fisher projection. So I told you to follow one way, that is convert it into Y form. Firstly, this Newman, we know Fisher projection is basically eclipsed form of Newman. Okay, it is staggered. So firstly we convert it into eclipsed, and which format I will try? By converting it into Y form. Y means front carbon I rotate exactly 180, so that methyl in front of methyl. OH group, by rotation 180 degree, it will go on the opposite side. H will go on the opposite side. So this is eclipsed form of this structure. Front carbon as it is rotating 180 degree, back carbon fixing. Back carbon H, OH, methyl. Back carbon H, OH, methyl. I have marked it as in the black color. And front carbon, methyl reached below, methyl. OH goes on the right side, OH here right side, H goes on the left side. This is H, this H is here. 180 rotation, so that we are converting the Newman into, converting staggered form into eclipsed form. Okay, now this format we can directly also write in the Fisher, or here I am writing it in the eclipsed form of Sawhorst. This is front carbon, it is front carbon. Back carbon, back carbon. Front carbon, right side OH, left side H. Right side OH, left side H, below methyl. Back carbon, right side OH, left side H, below methyl. This is the Sawhorst projection of this molecule. And then we know the front carbon here or front carbon there, it is lower chiral carbon in Fisher. So this carbon is which one? This carbon and this carbon, they are same. On this carbon, below methyl, right side OH, left side H. Below methyl, right side OH, left side H. On the back carbon, right side OH, left side H. OH, H and methyl in front of methyl. So correct representation of this Newman in Fischer is this one, or you can also go in the reverse direction to find correct Newman from this structure. Another molecule, this I had given, you have to find out the RS configuration for the chiral center. So that is the way we rotate it by 180 degree to convert it into Y form. Rotating, this CH3 goes there, Cl goes exactly opposite, this H goes exactly opposite. You can see Cl right side, H left side. Back carbon is fixed, back carbon is methyl, right side H. Here it is in blue color, I am mentioning H and Cl. Then front carbon in Y form, front carbon is lower chiral carbon here. This is here, Cl on the right, H on the left. Cl right, H left, below it is methyl. Back carbon, H right, Cl left, H right, Cl left and H right, Cl left. I'm maintaining the part of blue color there. It is H right, Cl there, methyl in front of methyl. Now it is correct representation. You can easily find out RS 1, 3 for this one, 2 for this one. I'm using CIP rules 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3 S. It becomes R configuration. Because lowest priority, one method is lowest priority should be on vertical line. It is not there, so write the opposite answer. Here Cl1 and this group 2, it is 3 and this is 4. S, it again becomes R, so it is 2R and 3R. You can try more such examples for better understanding. Now next is the example where wedge dash is given and you have to write the correct Fischer projection of this one, because that question can be used in other concepts, like we can use it for dehydrohalogenation reaction where in E2 we have done anti-elimination. So this stereo part we can use in other topics as well. So this molecule, another example is this one, write down its Fischer projection. For this also write Fischer projection. If you already following any method, by that way you write down Fischer projection and then check answer. Whatever method we use, answer remains same. I am explaining one example that whatever is the configuration given in the question for each chiral center, we find out initially and then in Fischer we place the groups in such a way that configuration matches with the original molecule. For example, if that is the configuration given, if that is the molecule given, firstly we find out its RS configuration. OH as per CIP rule, OH first, oxygen, then carbon with C double bond, or second, carbon with single bond, or third, then fourth. Rotation, hiding fourth one, 1, 2, 3, it is S configuration. Now to write its Fischer projection, there are numerous possibilities. In every possibility, answer should remains S. That means they are identical molecules because even exchanges are allowed. Rotation by 180 degree, 360 degree allowed. Fixing one group, rotating other three groups allowed. So there are numerous possibilities. In the options, maybe merely by looking at the option, you feel that it is different. Structure groups are same, but they are differently arranged. But the point is, if it is also S configuration, that means given molecule and the option, they are identical. So always the most accurate way is that find RS configuration and put the groups in such a way that the configuration matches with the original molecule. How we can do? Like one possibility I am writing. Lowest priority group if we put in the vertical line in the bottom. First priority group right side, second there, third there. It is one possibility. I am not saying it is the only possibility. I am saying it is one such possibility. 1, 2, 3. Anti-clockwise rotation S, it is also S. So if you put the groups here, one such possibility for wedge dash, this wedge dash is first priority group OS there, second CHO, and third is CH2OH. This is one possibility of this molecule. They are identical. They are not different, they are identical. Another way, another possibility is putting fourth priority group, lowest priority group on the horizontal, right? But finally we want it should be S. First priority there, second priority, third priority. R, write down opposite S. So here I can mention OH group, fourth hydrogen, lowest priority, second CHO, and third CH2OH. Now this is also correct Fischer projection of this molecule. It is also correct Fischer projection of this molecule. Other methods are there, whatever is convenient to you, you can do that one. Answer remains same. For each center, if you find RS, then this RS should match with the Fischer projection also. So we arrange the atoms or groups in such a way that the configuration remains same. If the question is given between them, which type of relationship, whether they are identical or enantiomer, because diastereomer is not possible with one chiral center. So which relationship is there? Although it looks like different, but they have same configuration, that is S here, S here. They are identical compounds, right? So use that concept for two chiral centers and write down their Fischer projections. Now here are the answers. If I solve each and every one by marking priority and then writing, you may understand better. But the point is, in this revision, it is assumed that you remember this part, which is CIP rule, finding out RS configuration. So it will save time also, and you can pause this video, try it again, and within less time you get the small concepts. So ultimately you can again listen to it. Otherwise, if a lengthy video is there, it will be difficult to again listen it. So for this one, we write the Fischer projection. Firstly, to write the Fischer projection, we know maximum carbons lie in the vertical chain, vertical line, and most priority group should be most oxidized carbon, or we can use IUPAC also. So here we start with the COO, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What are the chiral centers? At second carbon and third carbon. So here same applying, CO minus first, second, third, fourth and fifth. Now if it is R, so here this should also be R, and it is already written R. How? Priority is for nitrogen 1, 2, this complete group becomes 3, 1, 2, 3, S, therefore it is R. Here if you find out, for this carbon we will find first carbon, all carbon, then next nitrogen, but there is hydrogen, so first priority will be for this above group. Then second priority for C2H5, third 1, 2, 3 R, therefore S configuration. That is what I said, that when we write the correct RS there, then we can mention it in Fischer projection. Each center should have same configuration, that means they are identical and it is correct representation. Same way there. This is longest chain will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can mention it like this: CO minus second, third, fourth, fifth. On this carbon R, it will also be R. This will also be S. Sorry, this will also be R. Both are. You can check that by assigning the priority order. Okay. Then here, in that case, longest chain and functional group is which one? OH, or the carbon which contains oxygen is this one. So we should start with 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because Br is not a functional group, so maintaining the part, longest carbon chain will lie in the vertical line, maximum carbon chains in the vertical line. Topmost carbon should be most oxidized carbon, means more bonds with the highly electronegative element like oxygen, or as per IUPAC also we can go that here OH group is present, and on first carbon it is there 1 number 2 3 4, it is R and S. So ultimately this carbon should match with R, it should match with S. Are you getting it? Whenever you have to convert Wedge dash to Fischer, the best way, most accurate way is are to find out each center configuration and then copy it as exactly in the Fisher projection. Clear? Then one example more for you, which is A, B, C, three structures are given. Find out relation between AB and AC. These two, they have same arrangement of groups, they are stereoisomers, but we will say they are configurational isomers, not conformational, because chiral centers are there. If chiral centers are not there and Newman is given, then we mention conformational. But if chiral centers are there and Newman is given, no problem, we still use the term they are configurational isomers. Why? Because here chiral centers are there, front carbon which is there and back carbon both are chiral. So find out their relationship AB and AC. Now that is the answer of this question A, B and C, that firstly we converted into Fisher. How we convert? Already we have done in this video initial part, that we always try to write Newman into in the staggered form into eclipse, and which eclipse we write in the Y form. You can do other methods also, but we are following here convert into Y form. Front carbon exactly rotate by 180, CH3 in front of fluorine, OH exactly go in front of OH on the right, H exactly go on the left side in front of H. It becomes eclipsed form, and in which way we are writing in the Y. Both H in the same side, both OH on the same side, right side, CH3 below in front of fluorine. And in Newman, if we write in the Y form, front carbon is the lower chiral carbon in Fisher projection. That means this carbon is there. Now exactly copy it, CH3 in front of F, OH will go on the right side, H will go on the left side. This is the Fisher projection of the P, that is given here in the structure A. Then next is in the B, same pattern, CH3 exactly rotated by 180, CH3 there, H on the right, OH on the right side, H on the left side. The carbon which is front here will be in the bottom part of the Fisher projection. This carbon downward CH3, right side OH, left side H. Back carbon is fixed, right side H, OH. Similarly, here it is sawhorse. In sawhorse, it is already eclipse form. CH3 in front of F, OH, OH in front, H and H. Write it down. The front carbon in sawhorse, just like in Newman, is lower chiral carbon here. Done. Now you can write the projection. Now compare them. It is very easy. One way is you find it by RS, which is not required here. Why? Because simple structures are there. Vertical line groups are fixed. On the horizontal line, both groups are on the same side. Both H same, both OH same. Here, vertical groups are on the same side, no problem. Only horizontal groups are opposite. That means they are having same structure, same connectivity, but one stereoisomer is not mirror image of other stereoisomer. You can see OH, OH both opposite, OH, OH same. So A and B structure, they are diastereomers with respect to each other. This is easy way. Why? Because here you can easily identify. If vertical groups are also changed, like here some changes done, then we do which method? Find RS for each chiral center. But in exam, if that is given, quickly do simple way, that it is both groups same, and here groups OH same side, here opposite side, they are not mirror image of each other. Diastereomer. A and C. Now in A and C, you can see that in A, exactly arrangement of groups, only difference is this is exactly mirror image of C, and they are non-superimposable. That means A and C are enantiomers. So you can try these examples again if you want, or you can do more examples from other study material. So that is the part of enantiomers, diastereomers, identical, how to find them, how to convert Fisher into Newman or Fisher into Sawhorse. Thank you.